Welcome to the Online Health Business Podcast. Today, guys, we've got a very, very special guest, superstar PT, Mr. Teo.
Yo.
Firstly, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Joining us, bro.
Yeah, man. Technically, he's kind of our first guest, isn't it? Kind of, man.
Yeah. The files, lost files.
We had some lost files. So technically, you're the first guest. Hopefully, one of many and many more appearances to come. But yeah, man.
Let me do my part.
Thank you for joining us, man. Got anything to add real quick? Because we're going to get straight into it.
Yeah, no, obviously, Teo, we've known each other for quite a bit, actually. We're at school together. So it'll be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, man. So firstly, introduce yourself, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Teo. Obviously, I'm from South London. Like Michael said, obviously, we know each other from school days and that. I'm a personal trainer of over like 5 years. I used to compete as a runner as well.
Is it?
I did a bit of distance work in secondary school and in college as well. So I did like middle-ish distance. I did 1.5 and like 5,000 meters. So that was my kind of, like speciality for trainers. And then after that, obviously did uni as well. After uni, I kind of just didn't really know where I was going to go, what I wanted to do. And then I decided the coaching thing would be more for me.
Yeah, I feel like everyone goes through that after uni though. Like that phase of like, okay, what am I going to do next kind of thing?
Because my main thing was, so I did biomechanics and sport and exercise science. I didn't want to be a teacher and I didn't want to spend more time in uni either and do anything like physiotherapy or anything along those lines. So I just kind of just stopped. I was just literally stuck there. And one of my boys was a personal trainer already. He'd been PTing for about 2 years prior because he got his qualification out of going to football college.
Jamal?
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah. And then, so based on him, more or less, I just said, yeah, cool. Let me go do my next qualification and get the level 2 and 3. After that, then boom, straight into coaching, banging it out ever since.
So with the sports science degree, did you ever consider like, obviously not physical therapy, but maybe working in like a sports team or something like that?
Like at the time in particular, I wasn't even thinking. The only thing I considered was that I didn't really know where my degree would go. I didn't know what I could actually do with it. Yeah. So in my mind, the only thing I thought I could do was teach, as in like in schools or uni or whatever it might be. And I was not interested in that at all. So like, I guess in hindsight, if I'd known differently, it could have been slightly different. I may have went down a different angle, still within fitness, obviously. But in a different way. But I'll be real, I'm happy with the choices I made.
Yeah.
The way like my lifestyle is now and the things I do now, I'd rather do that.
Yeah. And working for a team is...
One of my other friends does physio. You know him as well, Ade.
Okay, yeah.
He's done physio and stuff like that for Charlton and for NHS as well. And like, yeah, he loves it, innit? And that's good for him. But again, everyone's just a bit different.
Yeah. No, the team thing is mad. Like the way they get treated sometimes, like... It's mad. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I had a stomach for it. Yeah, man. Got any questions for him?
I got very questions, man. But we'll dive in though. So just on that one, how come you didn't know what your degree could do? Because I didn't do uni, so I don't know how it works. Yeah, this is what happened. Boom. So I'm trying to go uni. My thing is, I'm a creative, innit? So I always wanted to be an actor. And I did drama from primary school. I did Globe Theatre. I was in plays, all of that type of stuff, both in and out of school from like as early as 10 years old up until college level. So my thing is, I'm going to go to uni and go do drama and theatre studies. That's what I thought I was going to do.
Right.
And who gets involved?
Parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Parents.
You know what? You know why I wasn't on point? Yeah, it's because we went to like school, innit?
Yeah.
And you know who the drama teacher was, innit?
Yeah.
And you know what happened with the drama? No, it wasn't even that thing.
Wait. What's even in code?
You can't even have that conversation here. So,
bro, it's an open society, bro. Like, listen.
So basically, our drama teacher was just very anti anyway, innit? Like, there's always something about her. But yeah, she basically, long story, she went jail, innit? So, you can go and see what, you could go find out what that was about, innit? Do your research.
Yeah. Wait, the drama teacher went jail?
Obviously, when you find out,
you
know why,
do the research.
You'll know why.
Hey.
But boom, so I get to finish college, trying to figure out what I want to do with uni. I want to do drama and theatre studies. Mum gets involved and she's basically like,
nah.
Yeah. Got to do something academic, this, that, and the other.
I'm like, cool, what's the next best thing? Obviously, by that point, I'd still been heavily involved in athletics as well and competing and stuff like that. So the next step was to do something science-based around sport. But then when I got into it initially, I didn't realize how much harder it would be also. So in the beginning, it was a bit tough, and then I got into it and it was fine. But as I did it, I just resented it all the way through. Like, I'm happy I did it now because all the knowledge I use has made me like a step ahead, especially when I started in the game as a rookie. Because like, it's a whole different conversation we'll get into. Well, let's be real, 95% of people out there,
They don't know what they're doing.
Pissed, don't know what they're doing. They were blessed enough to have a six-pack or a bum if there was a girl, basically. And they're just selling that. Nothing but dreams, but just that. So there's that. There's literally that. So then with all of that, I'm happy with the way things went. But initially at the time, I weren't really thinking. Just trying to get through it. I didn't know what my options were, and I weren't speaking to anyone about it. And let's be real, like, this is what, I guess, 20 years old. This is, 2016? I don't know, whatever year this is at the time. And it's like, in my head, I'm just not considering any of these things. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about completely different things.
That's why your content's so good, because
I was going to say that.
Yeah, that's why your content's so good. I was just thinking about that as you saying that. Okay, now it makes sense. So I'm like, bro, your videos are good, but they're not like most PT's videos, right? So I'm like, bro, you're doing something different. Okay, now it makes sense.
From the creative angle, because that creative angle is always
in you,
always thinking on the go. Another funny thing is that I would do so much more and so much better, but for someone who was in drama and in public and in the face of people, it doesn't then translate well, because I'm not the biggest people person, and on top of that, like, bro, I'm shy, you know.
Bro, that's what I'm. You know what's funny? Because when you said that you was doing the drama, I'm shocked, because I didn't know that you did any type of drama. I wouldn't have thought that you did
like,
that.
In my mind, it's like two different things. It's like drama is drama,
it's
and
like a work. It's like
it's being something different, and then being you is being you. And when you're you, me as me, I'm not the loudest in the room. I don't get everyone's attention. I hate loud people. I hate people making noise, being in my face, all of that stuff. So when it comes to content, the bit that I'm doing, I'm proud of doing, but I could be doing so much more. But it's not within my personality to like overdo certain types of things. You know, like everyone gets on the camera now and it's an ab workout, and the first thing they do is that.
That's him over there, bro.
Don't twist it. I ain't gonna do that, innit? But I have to accept that. Cool. If I'm not gonna do that, I gotta work harder at whatever it is I'm gonna do to make that work. Because not everyone has to be that way. I can be my way, but I gotta push it properly and make it work and let my audience see that.
And I just had a conversation with someone in the DMs about this, and he was saying that, I asked him, this guy, we've had a call with him months ago about starting his online coach.
I already know what you're talking about.
And like every few months, I'll just resurface like, yo, as an online coaching guy, you started yet? He's like, I want to do it, but I don't want to make videos. I've been slacking, And on the call, he was talking about like his child and, he wants to make more money. He's like, but the video thing. So I was like to him, I just sent him, there's a guy called Dan Go.
Yeah, Dan Go.
And he's got like, 300K followers on IG. He don't post no videos. It's just like the tweet
just does value.
Just bare value tweet posts. And I'm like, bro, you ain't even got to do videos. Just do this. But if you do it, you got to be compelling. Like you got to be a good writer if you're going to do that.
I say this to everyone, whatever you do, you have to do with conviction.
Yeah, you got to be good.
Really put everything into it, or it means nothing. And that's the reason why, like, again, going back to content now, I posted for a bit and then I stopped, and then I came back for like a second and I stopped, because like I'm not all the way in it. And I'm not like committing to hours or recording stuff or getting things done, and there's not enough of a catalogue there.
What about YouTube? Never considered doing YouTube videos?
I've made, obviously I got my page here. Again, nothing on it. But like, I got my page, I've got ideas written down, but again, effort-wise, it's not there right
now.
So it's like, I don't want to start anything half-hearted. And at the same time, you might as well just start. Meaning that. But I'm more on the side of doing things properly than I am going into things half-hearted. I think where I'm like secure in other areas right now, I'm happy to move a little bit slow in the meantime, whilst actually working into what I'm going to do. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Interesting, man. It's funny because we were talking about Fred just now, and I was having another conversation in DMs, and the guy was like, he thinks Freds will do well because he said, let's face it, a lot of PTs aren't content creators naturally. And that's the other crazy thing, because you said that you're getting a lot of people that they're just show their abs or they show they've been blessed with abs and bum. But you got other people now in this new social media generation that they've been blessed with the fact that they're content creators. Yeah. You can be a content creator. Not even PT is not even your, like, I'll be honest, I had a call with a young guy. Yeah, he was like 17. I don't even know how he got on our books. Yeah. But he booked in a call with us and he is by trade a content creator. That's what he does. So he's doing it. He's got the fancy videos, like top notch. And he's just like, yeah, no, I feel like I might as well just do the PT thing. I might as well just do the coaching thing. But it's like, it sounds silly, but he could now do it and fly it because if it really favors content creators.
Different skill set.
Yeah. So it's interesting, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and I think that also it affects like the quality of things and quality of information that goes out. Because if you look at TikTok now, as TikTok's probably one of the biggest platforms, people actually go there to find information about fitness.
People use it like the way they use it.
Yeah,
it's Google. It's
like they use it to find.
I use it for like.
But there's so much misinformation or like mad, wild statements going on there.
Yeah,
crappy on there.
People don't know what's right, what's true, and I think one thing you mentioned, obviously, because you got the degree, that backs you up. Where when you go to coach, you've actually got the knowledge, right? But the PT qualification, anyone can get it.
I think as people,
not everyone can do 3 years in uni.
I think as people at the time, like the PT qualification is just like it's there in it. It's there for the taking. Anyone could like grab it, and now you're a PT.
Yeah.
But it's like what you do afterwards. It's all about upskilling and learning new things and trying to be better. Because if you're not, then it's whatever it is.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was thinking about that the other day. That like they're the real cash cows. Them guys that are just flinging out the qualifications, like
dashing it.
Yeah. They're doing it like £20 a month in some place.
And anyone can get it. That's the problem. Because the criteria to actually get qualified is like so low.
Yeah, the bar's low, man.
The bar's so low. So that's why people quit so easily. Because
I was at sorry to interrupt. I was at like the gym that I was at last when we came back from lockdown had 6 PTs come sort of in and out in like the 2 months that we open. All 6 of them came in right out the door.
Yeah.
Like immediately. And one of them even came up to me and was like, this isn't what they, like she literally said, this isn't what they said. I was supposed to be getting clients straight away.
Yeah.
I was like, by doing what though? I never see you here other than when you're supposed to work, which is your shift. I don't see you in the gym. Like, why would you have a client? That's what I asked her. She said, oh yeah, but like when I'm here, no one's talking to me. I said, why would they talk to you? Because you work here. No one cares about you.
Yeah.
You got to go out there and do something.
And how do you find that though in terms of like the competition in working in the gym? Because like, I think when I was working in the gym, I didn't really see it as competition just because like, obviously there's a little bit of everyone's got ego, But I always thought to myself that if I'm here and people see me, I don't really need to compete with the other PTs anyway, because when they see me, they're going to know, they're going to see like, okay, what I can bring to the table. I was just arrogant, to be fair, but like, I just felt like I didn't really see it as competition.
But was that always the case from beginning till now?
I think
later on,
when I started in the gym, because I used to work in the gym called the gym, like that's how I felt. But also because I saw, hopefully they don't watch this, but the way that they were delivering things, I just thought like, this is not competition.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think because I saw the quality of their work compared to mine.
So I started PT in Gym Box.
Okay. Well, that's a big gym.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big difference.
Big rent.
Difference.
Yeah.
I started technically up there.
The gym's like 1,200 then.
Yeah.
Rent.
Yeah,
that's mad. Rent for 1,200 just for context, everybody, for per month.
Yeah, 1,000.
Just so everybody knows, because people don't understand.
Wow.
And I rid that for 6 months straight, and I was making maybe 650.
Okay.
Like, so to answer your question,
Wait, hold on. What you say, 650?
I did £650.
Oh,
And
my one was 6,000. Yeah.
Okay.
£50.
I was like, a lot.
Everything's in the red.
I was
Using
doing
it
that.
Using the red.
I was hoping my pockets. I throw them.
Damn, man. Yeah.
I was in the res for 6 months. Yeah, man, I was struggling. And going back to what you said, it's because I was new to the game. Just like the way they were dishing out PT to everyone, qualifications, I was dished as well. And I'm sitting there listening to the guy saying, yeah, 40K a year, 46K a year, both you're going to be making bread, walked into the gym, trying to sell packages. I'm not even confident in what I'm selling. People are looking at me like this guy's a joker. Everyone else is there. And whether they're new or not new is irrelevant. They're just like a different level. Everyone just looks serious. Everyone's like a different, everyone's bigger, everyone's in shape. I'm young at this point. I'm like, 20 or whatever. People are like close to 30 and I'm among 16 other PTs. They're all big men and women essentially. And I'm just literally just in the background. Like, and because of that, I'm walking around unconfident, not really doing my thing. So initially, that's how it was.
Put you in lines there.
Yeah, and I really, but I loved it. Though I'll never take that away from me because I learned so much. And when I switched, obviously, I went to Pure Gym. And for anyone who's like trying to become a PT, I would say starting at Pure Gym, F45, places like that, it's perfect for you because like it's easy. Back then it was free in the sense that 15 hours a week and
that covers your rent. And still like that some places, I think.
Certain places.
Maybe not pure, but
it's like it's free and it gives you the ability to like relax. And get into a mode and then teach classes and become confident and learn how to speak to people. And then you build up from there. After I started there, never looked back. I've been bossing it ever since.
Yeah.
Like I've never, in the 4 after years that I was PTing, I've never been down.
Yeah.
Like, and that's because after that, I just took everything I learned. Like some of those guys were good, some of those guys weren't. And I learned from both of them. The good ones and the shit ones. It's like you said, it's like people are doing something, you're thinking, what's this? And I've got knowledge, I've got qualifications, plus I've got like time spent in uni, things that I've learned. And I'm thinking, just be confident in what you're delivering. I'll deliver it. That's that.
So you don't really feel the competition element?
These days, no. They could put 100 people in my gym right now. I won't care.
Feel confident.
I won't care because I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing. People don't teach classes like me. Clients get different results. And even if other people get results, it's all different stuff. Like,
but to be God's advocate though, like if they put 100 people in your gym,
if they put 100,
it's going to be a bit technical.
It will literally make it harder to obviously get more and more people if everyone's got an equal amount of clients.
Yeah.
Naturally, yeah. But the point I'm essentially making is I'll get where I get.
No, I'm with you. And it's just, because I like how you made it beneficial for someone who's, just starting as a PT and what you said. But it gives me a good way to pivot into my next question, which was going to be, like, what do you think of the industry at the moment? Because for some people, literally, you're going into the gym and, there's 15 other PTs there, and that's normal. Or you're getting sold into gym bots because maybe you knew someone that, or you had a discount to go there, so you was already training there. And then they telling you, oh, you want to be a PT? Yeah, do this. And they're giving you the 40K to 60K speech. And really, like, that's wrong, man. As a 20-year-old man, putting you in a deficit.
It's mad.
That calorie deficit was a bit strong, so,
No.
and you should, and also you're competing with big men, like you said. So you got to remember, this guy's like 10 years older than you. He's got kids to feed. You know what I mean? Like, he's playing with. He ain't even trying to tell good advice.
They're just trying to get their money out.
Yeah, so
that's what it is.
What do you think of like just the industry as a whole at the moment, on the PT side?
I think on the side of, so if I break it, let's say on the side of qualifications, I wanted to like teach other PTs how to like be better at their job in gyms.
Yeah.
Obviously these days no one wants to be in the gym anyway, they want to go online. But based off of my experience of starting, I thought there needs to be someone to like give people honest opinions and honest chat about what it's going to take to be a PT in any gym, whether it's new or already established gym, because it's the same thing essentially, innit? So there's that. In terms of like influencing and stuff like that, I mean, it just is what it is, innit? I don't even think it's the state of like the gyms or the industry and the way you're putting it. I think it's the people itself, innit? In the sense that like we consume what we choose to consume. And I think if I told someone there's a way within 5 seconds that they can lose weight, they know it's a lie, but they'll buy into that immediately over me telling them the real hard how to do type thing. And then as a result of people, the industry people like ourselves, basically tailor to them instead of actually trying to tailor to the realistic point of view. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So even though it is industry the way you're saying, I feel like it's our audience because we're the coaches, isn't it? So it's our audience And then because our audience is weird, essentially, we're just helping them feed into whatever it is they want instead of trying to turn them around from it, because it's harder to change them around from what they believe than it is to just feed into what they're already saying. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does.
I hear what you're saying.
That's what I think.
But like, isn't most industries like that? Because, for example, internet, like before there was fiber optic, there was just a normal line or whatever. Then Virgin said, like, cool, we're gonna bang up fiber optic. You want it faster, we're gonna find a way. Same with different things. So, what do you say? It's kind of like that with every industry, to be fair.
To some degree, I think obviously the consumers, in it, as they say, basically lead everything, in it. To some degree, customers always right, always that kind of jazz. It's like what they want. Businesses, industries make a way to provide it, essentially. And it's the same in fitness right now. Like people want quick, easy results, or like fast acting stuff, or like they want the idea of, I go to the gym without going to the gym, and then you provide something that basically allows them to think they're going to get that. And that's where we're at. Yeah. We're like the industry just giving in to our consumers. Obviously, maybe not us three or other coaches like us or whatever, but majority, because it's easier and it's paying. And at the end of the day, if you're getting money, it's like, I mean, once you start getting money sometimes, it's just...
And I think it reflects across everything, right? Because we're in this consumer society where everyone wants that fast food result anyway. So it's kind of just reflecting that just in this industry as well. So that kind of leads me to another question though. What do you think has changed here, pre-pandemic versus now, working in a gym?
For me personally, or like generally, or what?
Both?
I don't know. I feel like initially I felt like people didn't want to come back to the gym, obviously. I think people were happy to... I think there was good parts. I think there was good parts that people were willing to like still train, but elsewhere. So I noticed that people were doing more. People were running, people were playing sport again, people were just out walking dogs, babies. I see people running with their kids. Like activity increased, and that was great. And the gyms were kind of like slow to get back into place. But that was like a strangely good thing, because that brought out what is now, again, even though it's always been a thing, but now it's huge, online coaching. And then that's how Peloton and ClassPass and all these places started to kick off, because people wanted to be, again, in a different environment, doing something different and feeling, again, like they go gym without going gym. And like, I say that a lot to people, because it's like, people think, okay, I'm going to do CrossFit and that's going to get me in shape. Acting as if half the CrossFitters weren't ex-bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be that big.
They all competed
from just snatching,
doing something.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Snatching is not, you got like 1 second of time under tension under your muscles. You know what I mean? You're not about to get boulder shoulders from that. But my point is, that's what was happening from the
pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic. So then now we're at a stage where I feel like we're not back to normal, but we're getting there. Everyone's back in their gym and whatnot. But I do feel like the vibes are very different. I feel like people are less friendly in the gym. People take their time. People are appreciating their time a bit more, maybe. So they take their sessions a bit seriously. But there's no, like, in certain places anyway, there's not enough vibe or not fun in certain places or certain gyms, like what I was talking about earlier before the cameras came on, and that about the spot being a bit like people just being mad.
Okay.
I think that's a result of like this pandemic.
Do you think that it will get back to that, like back to normal though? I don't think it ever will.
Never will.
I think like COVID.
This is the new normal.
Yeah,
it never will.
I think COVID decimated a lot of gyms.
Changed a lot.
Especially in like central London. Obviously, I used to work in Liverpool Street, F45, and like that gym's been closed since the pandemic. They just reopened, they are just reopening in August. So it's been shut the whole time.
Back to your point, it's like, going back to the PT thing I said earlier. So another thing that would have changed, no one wants to be a PT as well.
Right. Everyone wants to go online.
Yeah, no one actually wants to be a PT in the gym. And I don't blame them for different reasons, isn't it? Like Pure Gym changed from like the being free, essentially, 15-hour contract, to like the deficit situation where you pay money back and you pay out of your own pocket as well. And it's like things like that scare people. Like, how are you going to walk into somewhere, do 30 days, not know whether you're going to end up with a client after 30 days, and then you already owe like money. Like things like that. It scares people, innit? Because times are hard as it is. And it's like, you're not guaranteed anything. But again, are you working hard enough to get something? Like when I started in every other gym after Gym Box, like I had clients straight away within 30 days. But the difference is, what I did what I tell everyone to do is just be present. I was there at 6 a.m. to at least 12 every morning. And then in the evening, I was there from probably like 5 to 9 every evening. Because those are the time periods I wanted to work anyway. I didn't want to be in the day, and I wanted to work Monday to Friday, Sundays, weekends done. That was my pattern. So I stayed there at the times I wanted to be there. I'll be so real. You can get like 50% of clients not even speaking to anyone, just by standing.
Being there, yeah.
Someone walks up to you and says, I'm looking for PT. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Done.
And I think a lot of PTs miss the trick with that. I think they do.
That's definitely it's not definitely a pure gym thing, but it's more a pure gym than every gym is like that.
Yeah.
I was at a bit of a different gym, and you get the odd person, but then it can become quickly like a really competitive thing, especially like if there's more PTs in the gym, and then like someone's close with the sales manager. That's the trick.
Yeah, I know them ones that you're talking about, especially in gyms that have the sales manager and things like that.
It's like a Nuffield or Virgin Active.
Yeah, right. Those,
but it's a bit different.
Oh, pure gym, there's no sales manager kind of.
The experiences that I'm talking about, I'm basing them solely around like Gym Box, around Pure Gym.
Commercial kind of gyms.
Those kind of gyms there, my kind of experience there, which is where most people I kind of know tend to work.
Yeah,
I feel like most new people are also going into work as well. So this message is technically directed that way. But that's like just a rock.
Those gyms are harder to work in, I feel like. If you're at a gym like Nuffield, where it's a revenue split as well, where they take some of the revenue.
That too. You got gyms that are like...
That's mad.
They'll make you basically do like 50 plus hours a week, and you don't see 50 plus hours in money. Like maybe 15, 20 hours of money.
Yeah.
And they get the rest. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
So might as well go Tesco or the next place. Yeah. That's how I see it.
And you spoke about like the revolving door of PTs, yeah? Like I always say, like in my gym, I'm trying to think, I worked there for about 6 months, and I probably had about 3 or 4 PTs come and leave in that time frame. Like, what do you think it is? Obviously, it's not making money, but like, what is it that makes it so difficult for a PT to kind of start picking up clients? Like, because you said you're shy, so it's not even like you've got this mad personality. Also, you're doing something. So what is it that people like come in and they really struggle with?
I think people actually lie to themselves. Firstly, they believe that dream that they were sold initially, and they come in thinking that they're just going to get clients like that. The second thing is people don't know how to sell themselves or market themselves, which is what you lot talk about a lot, which is actually the most important thing you can do as a PT. Because you know him, you've seen Nick. You see how angry Nick is in the gym.
Angry.
Nick is angry, shouting.
Angriest man I've seen in the gym.
Angriest man. I'd seen him before in other gyms, never knew him until I was with him there. Guy was shouting in front of his clients, in front of everybody. Every morning, the guy has 20 clients working out with him.
It's sick though. It's actually sick. Watching him work is sick.
Watching him work is crazy, because first you think this is nuts. Then you see, method to the madness, as always. And that's him. That's his market. And he probably doesn't even know that that's his market.
I was a bit like that.
He might.
Started,
and he's purposely doing it. That's his angle, and it works. People don't know themselves. They don't know their angle. They don't know what they're selling. They don't know what they want to give. They don't know who they want to be. They don't know how to niche down. They don't know anything about them as a PT. They just know 40 to 60K a year, allegedly. That's all they know. 40 to 60K a year, allegedly. That's what it is. So that's their issue. And on top of that, they're just not there. All these man, the 6 in the revolving door, I only see them on shift.
Right.
Hey man, I like that. Like in all the gyms I've been in, I'm there 6 a.m. I might as well like open and close.
But then another thing, I not to play devil's advocate, but like, shouldn't the gym be supporting them? Because I get coaches that will say, oh yeah, the gym manager said they're going to help me, but they're not helping me. In one mind, I'm like, well, you got to help yourself. But then on the other side, I'm like, well, the gym manager should kind of be...
And you're so right.
Teaching them how to
help him. Yeah. And again, like, everyone's got their thing in it. Like, the gym manager's there dealing with, missing this and missing that, broken this, expenses here.
That's true.
And then they got to deal with 10 PTs and coach them and help them. And at the end of the day, we're all adults. Like, not to say that, oh, you're an adult, be on your own. Because if this was a different job, your line manager would like supporting you through, which I get. But you're self-employed, and it's a choice that you made. Like be on yourself, hold yourself accountable, wake up and set goals and tasks and lists and things, upskill, as I've said before, learn new things, speak to people. I always, and because I said to you earlier how I wanted to like teach coaches how to be better coaches, I always talk to PTs that come into my gym that I genuinely like or like chill with or whatever. And I say everything that I'm saying now, I say it to them all the time. And like, obviously, what they do with it is what they do with it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to now bring you clients and I need butter myself. I mean, obviously, if I have like 100 clients overflowing, then I can throw it your way.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not now just going to be like, oh, you know, I got 2 last week. This one's there. Take that. No, because no one's doing that. And even if they are, cool for them, but not me. Just you take the information I've given you and help yourself. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't sit with you, man, now and sit here for the rest of the night and beg you lot to teach me online coaching. Like, I've got to be willing to, you know, support myself and put in the finance that's needed to get you lots of help and pattern up and go through from there. And even when I then do that, I still have to do more work.
Still got to do the work,
Do the work. It's like, I said this to my boy the other day, like, it's a steroids conversation, isn't it? I hate people, the idiots in the comments, that boy everyone on steroids and that. Because it's like, you think someone's injecting themselves and sitting here and then their leg just grows.
Yeah.
Go to the gym and work.
Do the work.
You gotta work out even harder. That's the difference. You even got to work out harder. Yes, you recover faster than that, but you're working more than everyone else. You know what I mean? You're doing 2 sessions a day. You're training 7 days a week. Like, you're eating 8,000 calories a day. You're growing like that. You're getting help, of course, but you're working harder than everyone else. Why are you lot chatting? You lot aren't working and you're just complaining.
But then I think that's it. It all falls down. It falls back to the fact that that dream that's sold at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I want to like really raise in this episode. That, you know, if you're the person, like, either you're switching careers or you're just starting as a young person to be a PT, and you're, you know, that guy, like, you know, whatever that guy's name is, you know, the bald guy in the qualification center, yeah, 40 to 60K, yeah, we'll guarantee this. You need to just blank him out, and you need to understand that it's not a job. It's not a job. It's business. And business is an extreme sport.
Yeah.
That's how we say it straight. That's why you said, you know what, like, you'll give them the game, but you're not gonna say, oh yeah, by the way, take a client or that. No, like, it's in fact, if I see a client there while I'm talking to you, I'm gonna say, hold on one sec, and go get the client.
And
So like, you know, if you're stepping into the game, PT, or you're very early in, just switch that button in your head that thinks, you know, maybe this is a job or the industry owes you anything. It don't owe you nothing.
You know, another thing is, though, I think on top of the lie, I think bear man think this is easy.
Yeah.
That's my days.
They think it's
That's
easy.
the point I was forgetting. Bear man think this.
They think it's
Like, some of my friends chat to me and say, "Oh, I could be a P." I'm like,
Yeah.
we won't even finish the sentence like that. Yeah, man.
I had a lot of people come to like say to me, oh, you know, I feel like I should be a PT and this, that. And at first, like,
easy, bro.
Even some of my clients bust a joke when I'm standing there. Oh, what you do, stand there. I'm like, oh, but if I didn't come in, where would you be? Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like,
It's not easy.
it's not easy. No job is really easy. A job's a job, innit? Like, standing on your feet for 10 hours, whether you're a steward or whether you're a PT, standing.
Now, some
Like,
jobs are
coaching.
easy. When you put them next to a business.
Yeah, of course.
When you put them next to a business, bro, yeah, you're going to have your type of things, like, you know, Susan at the office didn't say hello to you today and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's different from running a business.
Run the business.
So yeah, man, I just want to emphasize that you need to go
There
hard,
every day, 24/7, non-stop.
you know, consistent development of yourself, and you have to go and meet your weaker part, you know, who you are, like the weaker part of you. You have to go meet, sit down with them, have a conversation, and just fight. At the end of it, just fight, and you have to come out on top. Nah, I didn't get that from a book, you know, it's just flowing right now, but it's true though. It's true. Because what we're saying essentially, yeah, all these people that you're describing that are, you know, they just say, oh yeah, why ain't I getting clients? Bro, they're just fighting their demons, bro. What the flip do you think you ain't getting no clients and you're not there? Do you know what I mean? So, like, essentially, like, yeah, you got, if you know, you want to step into business or the fitness industry, you got to really be prepared to fight your demons in it, man, and just, yeah, because
You lay down the groundwork and everything else pays for itself. Like, I remember 2 years in, I was like, to the point where, okay, only people were just emailing me or Facebook or Instagram, seeing me in person. I didn't speak to anyone in the gym for probably felt like a year, outside of people who did my classes, and I chat to them directly and ask them if they're interested in PT. But outside of that, everyone would just message me. And but that's only because of 2 years prior of working non-stop and doing the most.
learning it.
Actually, and learning and doing good classes and things. Just getting better at being you, and you'll be all good.
100%.
Would you go back to the idea of teaching PTs how to become better PTs and better coaches? Because I know there's a few companies that I see do that. There's one called Lift the Bar. I don't know if you follow them, and they do like really good stuff on like teaching personal trainers how to do like become better personal trainers. Is that something you would like?
I would
get back into.
I haven't given it much thought as of recently. Obviously, it's back in my head now after this conversation. But it is. The only thing I'm thinking about it is that, again, where guys like you are in the game doing things that I still want to do, like online coaching with my own clients and stuff like that. And I guess everyone wants to be in that direction. I'm thinking, is the gym PT going to be extinct at some point?
That's a good question. I mean, that's a good question in itself.
The other day, so I saw something like, there's AI stuff everywhere now.
Yeah.
I saw something about AI personal trainer, like Netflix has that sports thing going on.
Yeah.
Then I saw this thing about AI personal trainer, kind of I can't remember. I didn't read into it properly. It was just passing. But basically, long story short, AI personal trainer doing essentially personal training.
I posted something like that the other day as well.
And it's like thinking, right, like in 5, not like tomorrow, but in 5, 10, 15 years, is like a gym is just going to be like an Amazon Fresh where you just walk in.
Just walk in.
You know what I mean? And just lift your weights, go home. I mean, you got machines that count reps in like a good Nuffield or somewhere. You got machines that count reps and stuff like that. So what do you need someone standing over your head for? Doesn't mean that PT will be dead in general, because online coaching will be there, other apps, ClassPass, classes, all these other things. Instructors will still be needed to a degree, but would the like gym floor PT thing just be done? So if I'm going to get into that, who am I going to be teaching?
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think there's always going to be PT. There's always going to be.
It's one of them things. There will always be, but in my mind, I'm just.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Like the volume is going to keep decreasing.
Because that's the point where I'm saying, people don't want to be PTs anymore. People aren't coming in after the pandemic because it's like, they don't really think they're going to make any bread. And that was initially because people weren't going back to the gym in the first place.
Yeah.
Like one of my boys still trains his clients at home 3 years on.
Yeah.
See,
there's a lot of people still doing that. Or like
been back to the gym.
Park sessions.
And 3 years on in their garden.
A lot of people are more adept to training at home now. They've got dumbbells at home. They might have a home gym. Or I can't never train at home. But
gym at home is dead.
I don't like it. But yeah.
No, I think PTs, like you said, will always be there. But I just think the model, I'm against the way that the gyms do it and the models and how they run just the whole model in general. I think they could definitely make it a lot more favorable. I think that most gyms don't really care about their clients getting results. Yeah. It's just like a revenue thing, bottom line. They're just looking at it like that.
What would you do differently? Like 3 things. Around like reshaping the intro to PT.
Couple things off the dome is that as soon as somebody jumps in, like a more personalized experience. So at the moment now, they're like, you can get an induction. But there's a lot of gyms where if you walk in, you can get induction. You have to get an induction, but you also have to get more of a MOT kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you get assigned essentially. I think there should be more transformation gyms. I think most gyms need to make that very clear.
So then I'm going to battle everything.
Go true, bro. Go true.
That's tiering as well. So like Pure Gym will be at the bottom of that tier.
Okay.
And Gym Box Nuffield, One London, third space will be closer towards the top. And that person would pay £300 for a membership and they would afford to have someone MOT them. Whereas when they get into Pure Gym though, that's probably not, because of time and efficiency and money and value, going to be the outcome. That's probably not what they're going to get there. Like like you said, optional induction and mandatory induction. Pure Gym is more of an optional, whereas what you're talking about would be top tier.
Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying.
How does the bottom tier kind of, how did
they work it out?
Yeah, work towards them instead.
Nah, I believe they can definitely still do it, man. I think, look, listen, and the thing is with health is that, and this is a word to anyone trying to go online as well. The reason we're able to make people pay, top dollar, good money for online coaches, sometimes, you're not even really seeing them, is because you make them understand the value of what this thing is. So a lot of people have money, even people that are, let's say they're on benefits, you still got some spare money. It's just what you're spending it on. You're either spending it on burgers, chips, takeouts, bottles of Prosecco on the weekend, or, you could be having a PT.
Yeah.
you know. So I think like even those pure jobs, it might be at a smaller scale.
Yeah.
It might, you know, but everyone can kind of get anyone to pay.
And they could even make it a process where, because there's a chain gym called, I think Fitness Space, right? And I remember before the pandemic, the guy that was running it, he was asking me about like coming down, and he was saying that basically the way that they do it is they do a mandatory induction, but they do a mandatory MOT, but the way that he does it is he positions it so that the PT basically gets to have like a taster session with the client and take them through everything. They do a scan, everything. But the only reason he does it, because it's like a boutique gym, he's like, basically, if the PTs are at least getting to have one induction session a week, they should be able to start picking up clients. So he does it as a support system for the PTs.
Of course.
So even if, all right, in a big gym, they can kind of just fling them out to everybody. In a gym like Pure Gym, where there's a lot of volume, it would give like new PTs, fresh PTs, an opportunity to have
all the time, because people are always signing up. People are always signing up.
Yeah, people are always signing up.
Yeah, that's actually.
And I think they should make it. I don't think that. I think they should make it. They could make it mandatory that they do a MOT. It doesn't have to be mad. It could be half an hour.
Yeah.
Get on the scale, do the scan.
Like in Gymbox, they had this leads list. So every Wednesday, the people who joined for the week send out the leads list to all the trainers.
Okay.
Like I think you can get maybe 2 or 3 max, but let's say there was 10 and obviously there's 12 PTs. Kind of first come, first serve, and you got to get as quickly as possible. But essentially that, and with those numbers on the leads list, you call them up, text them, invite them in for like a 1-to-1 or MOT. So and build on it from there.
Yeah,
that makes perfect.
And the MOT is such an easy way to like, especially if someone's overweight or whatever, and you put them on the scanner and you're like, yeah, your BMI is 35.
Just start scaring them.
Metabolic age is 56. They get shook.
But you see what it is, yeah? Let's be like, it's not even a scary thing, because it's like everybody profits from some kind of knowledge gap.
Yeah.
Everybody's profiting from something that they don't know. So the gyms, they're profiting from what the PTs don't know. The PTs are profiting from what the people don't know. So the gap where you would shorten the gap is the gyms. You show the PT how to do business. Most PTs just don't understand business.
Yeah.
Like it's
they can coach, but they don't coach.
They don't have a clue, and the business is very complex. But you know, when you break it down, it becomes simple. So when you get with a client, don't even take them to the gym floor yet. And don't just take them to the couch and just sit down and all of that. AI is coming. I'm pretty sure, you can, find a way to get an app or get a software where somebody comes, they type in their details and, like a figure of them appears, right?
Yeah.
And you can just show them how they age at the moment with what they're doing in 4 years. No, it's true, bro.
Funny.
Versus, all right, cool. All right, so this is how you're going to end up. You show them themselves, yeah? And then you show them again how they're going to end up.
When they're doing all that.
That's an experience. So when you show somebody that, your, closing rate, your percentage of people that sign up is going to skyrocket.
I used to have a whole folder,
Boom, yeah.
Had my like body weight picture thing from like 50% all the way down.
Yeah.
In it. And I'd point at it and say, this one looks like you.
Say this one
35% body in it.
Yeah.
This one's like kind of you. In this 12-week period that we're going to work, I'm thinking that we can get to this one, which is 25, 10% down. What do you think? I would like to be here.
You're showing him the journey.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm like, is that achievable for you? Is that realistic? And he's like, oh, okay, you're right. Maybe I'll be there. All right, fair. Then the next page was like, this is how we do it. Strength training, cardio, blah, blah. And we point it out.
It's client roadmap.
Like a menu, just putting it all together.
Roadmap. There's a roadmap.
Service at the end.
Yeah.
And that I used to close almost all the time.
Yeah. It's a roadmap, isn't it? When you show them, when people just want to see the journey. Even we made like a slight change to how we were selling the mentorship program, because we kind of was not just going through like bullet points, but like it was more like going through like a sales page, But now for me, it's like a lot more flexible, where I literally show them, I'll go on their page and show them, hey, we're going to fix this, this and this. We're going to change this. And then like they can literally see, okay, this is actually how I can get 10 clients online or 20 clients online.
Yeah.
I think when it becomes more visual, when you show them, people will recognize that it's real. Yeah.
100%.
So,
no.
So in terms of obviously what you're doing right now, obviously the main thing is in person. Do you have like any plans for yourself to try and push the online side of things? Is that a priority, or
so
how are you thinking on that side of things?
So in my mind, I tell myself online is a priority all the time, innit? And like the biggest step that I've taken so far towards online coaching is getting an app in it.
Okay, yeah. I think you said, yeah. What was it? Were you using Everfit before?
No, Trainer-Rise.
Trainer-Rise.
Yeah.
Trainer-Rise.
I'm using Trainer-Rise.
Need that deal. Need that deal, Trainer-Rise, yeah?
I'm using Trainer-Rise right now to basically coach all my current clients and like the 2 online clients that I have. And like, that's like my biggest step kind of thing. But it's like, then after that, it's just because I don't know what it is, but I'm not doing anything major towards online coaching other than selling it like in conversation to the people I meet, basically. And like with the people I've had on it, I've had like a decent run time, up to 3 months of everyone who's come and gone. I've got one person for the longest time, which is like up to a year or more. But then I guess it's, again, going back to marketing, learning how to sell, how to reach other people. The one major thing that I'm not doing is I'm not like reaching out to people outside of my bubble. So my bubble is my gym where I work and anyone I bump into in life. But in terms of socials and workplaces and workspaces and events and networking, and that's something that I'm not really into. For 2 reasons. Again, going back to that shy thing kind of in the beginning. And secondly, in my head, not really knowing how to, in the sense of rocking up to a room full of 10 people in a whatever and offering this thing in a way that makes sense or is enticing or brings people in. Yeah, that's just where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And would you say that is it something that you actually have plans to try and grow though, or is it like you're not really too bothered because you're happy with the way things are?
No, like it is something that I'd rather do. So the way I keep telling myself is I'm going to basically move all my one-to-one online. And well, that's what I keep saying, isn't it? So like when I do that, essentially in my head, that's when I'll think, okay, I essentially have an online business and I can focus online. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's like a half-halfy because I intend to like move on from where I'm at soon. And as I do, the process will be to convert everyone over or most of, and providing a decent number that makes sense for me financially is there, then I have an online business. And it's like, then my only focus is to be online.
And grow that.
But it's like, I think sometimes how I work is I'm very one-sided. So, because I'm essentially 90% a one-to-one coach, PT in the gym, that's kind of all I think about. Yeah. And everything else is just a dream when
that's an addition.
Takes over.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then like in terms of just life outside of PT, also I know you got the podcast. Is there anything else that you're working on at the moment that you can share?
To be fair, nothing that I can really share, but like with life right now, I'm just trying to, especially around fitness, I'm just trying to do like all the things I enjoy doing. Yeah. Like I'm fighting more 2 to 3 times a week. I'm sparring.
See the video. I've seen the videos. Outside, man. And the running that he prepared for a run.
Again, I had a little injury. I was supposed to do a 10K for charity like 2 weeks ago, but had a little mess up in it, which I'm still kind of down from. But I'll be all right pretty soon in a couple months. And then so for next year, I'm planning to run a marathon, half marathon. Okay. And then, so on and so on. I would like every PT has to do like a marathon or a Tough Mudder or something to say that. Do you know what I mean? Just to add to your...
I've done a Tough Mudder. That's the most I'm doing, bro. Right? Do no more than that.
This guy's fighting every week, bro. Like 5 times a week, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get in there. But I'm not trying to like do...
You don't want to fight?
This guy
actually...
Yeah,
fight.
Oh, that's dead.
No, man, you should do it, bro.
Sparring is enough.
I'm going to do it.
I won't even get paid. I should be not getting my head.
I'm going to do it.
You going to do it?
End of August, September.
On Muay Thai fight.
You heard it first.
It was just...
I
wanted to do a white collar boxing fight last year.
I want to do that as well.
I wanted to do that last year and I completely forgot about it. Now that I'm fighting, I feel like I would do that. I'm definitely not doing.
How tall are you though? How tall?
Bro, you're big.
How 6'3"? Yeah, so that's why.
You're
gonna get in the ring with some serious.
I'll be like, and I'm all close to 100. Like these days, I'm heavyweight, slimming in it, and I don't mind it. So if I can cheat and quickly get down to 80,
bro.
You said 80.
80. Yeah, you're not getting down to 80, bro. I didn't get to 80.
I got from 100 to, I'm 93 right now. I got from 100 to 93 over the last 4 weeks.
Wow.
I started fasting.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that is like what most boxers do. You say, how old? 6'3". 6'3". That most boxers are like that. Like, you know, they'll be like 6'4". They'll be like naturally 110.
Yeah, just because
they're fighting at 80. They're fighting at 80.
No, but you should do it.
Yeah, no more time. I don't want elbow in the face, knees.
But you know what? They won't put you in that to start off. So the way they start is like, it will just be knees, kicks, punches. It won't be any elbows. You won't do elbows for a long time, and then when you get to the level of the elbows, you have to wear pads.
But do you want to do that to keep doing that, or you just?
I don't know if I want to go that far. I think I don't know. I haven't decided. I just know I want to do one to see how I feel. I need to compete. I just think like learning the skills. Yeah,
learning the skills
just feels like a waste of time. Yeah,
I heard.
So like even sparring, like obviously like man gets mashed up in sparring, but like it makes me want to train more. I'm just like I know
you want to give all out.
Yeah,
you want sparring.
Yeah, and I know I can. I know I could be good. I feel like I know I can be good.
I hear that.
So that's why I want to try it. And then when I try it, obviously there's going to be a time where I get mashed up. Then I'll probably be like, yeah, I'm done, man. But I tried.
So I'll ask you the same question, I guess, innit? Because essentially you completely online.
Yeah.
Both coaching clients and coaching coaches to do their jobs better, essentially. So you're like free in life, like you work, but you're free in life.
Yeah.
So what are you doing next? Like that's sort of out there. Because essentially at this point, maybe if it wasn't for coaching coaches, you could probably live somewhere else and do your job. Yeah. So what are you doing?
So that's a good question, bro. So the first thing is actually I want to go all in on YouTube, bro. Like that's actually, I'm really trying to think about how to make it work.
I can see that for you as well, though, especially with the way editing has gone.
Yeah, like I just want to do YouTube, man. I've always wanted to do it, but I've just been like dabble a few videos. I had a strong run this year. Built up like 900, I got like 900 subscribers. Like I built up a strong run. Then I kind of mixed up the content on that channel with the business stuff.
Yeah.
So now the way that I'm going to do it, the business stuff is going to go on the OHB YouTube channel, and then fitness stuff is going to go on my personal YouTube channel, rather than mixing the two, because it's mashing up the views. Like, because the fitness views are getting there, but the business ones are down there. So YouTube, and then that's really the main thing. Traveling and that, you know, I've never really cared about traveling, you know, like I get people like DM me, they're like, oh, you don't even need to be here. But I'm like, actually, I like England, innit? But I don't really care about traveling that much.
I get you. I like England.
The whole traveling thing, living abroad. I lived in America for 4 years. So for me, it's just like, I don't really care. I know obviously America is an English speaking country, but
yeah, no, I get it.
I think my ideal situation, would be half a year in England, half a year somewhere else. Yeah. That's kind of what I want to do. Yeah. So,
yeah. So, it's similar. I mean, with me, I've always kind of just thought very big. So I always tell like the coaches on our program that like 5 years ago, I designed this now, like freedom, working from the laptop, do whatever. So really just, I want to build some big conglomerates, you know. Now you can ask Jab, we talk about like where we're going with the business, and I'm just saying that's crazy numbers, or what would seem crazy numbers. But it's just kind of like what Jav was saying, is just tying it all in, because we do the fitness. I still want to do the fitness. We do the business mentoring, and yeah, just tying them all in smoothly. In terms of my own fitness and stuff like that. So I'm training for a triathlon. Just started training once, bro. Just started training swim, run, cycle. Yeah, man. Yeah, the best, exactly. Yeah, I chose that purposely as well, because like I'm not even a great swimmer. So I just chose something that's just gonna make me go wild. So I just
there's no life jacket.
Yeah. Now that's the whole point. So yeah,
that's drowning, bro.
Nah.
The lakeside the other day with a life vest.
I see it. Yeah.
Still drowning, even with my life vest.
You say he's drowning with a life vest, yeah? Nah, man. Yeah. So I like, you see with the water, yeah. Like when I was younger, I think I watched Titanic, and that it shook me up for years. For years, bro. So yeah, man, but slowly, surely, like I told you I was in Ireland, I took a ferry to go there, that kind of, then I was on a speedboat in Nigeria, all of that. So slowly I had that, because with me, like when I fear something, I just need to go do it. I just need to go towards it. And that's what's led me there, man. I have to just see what's going on.
Recently, sorry to interrupt, like,
no, go on.
I've been on a block in it. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you see it by what I've just said about like online coaching and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what you just said is true. Like anything you fear, you have to run at.
Run towards it, man.
Like don't give it no time. Like don't even prepare for it. Just get straight into it.
Just get over there.
And get over it, and then work past it. So you're right.
Yeah, man.
Duplicate, and just to add on that one, like, coming up to a year ago, because we were going to talk about like what the anniversary for OHB will be. We was like, oh yeah, like we should start this thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, as they say, what's on the other side of fear is just like everything that you could possibly imagine. So I'm very big on that, man. Run towards those fears. Very important.
Cool, man. All right. Well, before I let you go, I got one question. If you could speak to your 18-year-old self, what would you say to him?
Good question.
I would say, for me in particular, I would say be patient, very patient, like very patient, because I've done a lot of stuff, both good and bad, silly stuff. But I would say be very patient and and commit to everything you actually wanted to do. Because I've had options, but the level of commitment hasn't always been there. So knowing how to do the patience part, wait for opportunities, and then when them opportunities come, stick with them all the way through.
Boom.
That would be my advice.
I like that. And then where can the people find you on the socials?
Teofan PT on the Instagram, on the everything, to be fair, Twitter, Snapchat, all the jazz. That's where you find me. I want to do something though, because technically I'm the first guy.
You are the first guest, yeah.
I want to do the Steve Bartlett thing, so I'm going to leave a question.
Yo, G, I was thinking that still.
I'm going to.
What the Steve Bartlett thing? He doesn't tell, you don't say it, you just kind of like write it or something.
Okay, so cool. I'm going to leave a question for you to ask the next
person, yeah.
Hey,
or ask the next person whenever they
I've never watched the whole episode.
Yeah, actually, I watched it. It's kind of close.
That question at the end, I think.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's how it works.
So basically, you've asked me the first question. Now every other question is going to be your guest's question.
Yeah.
So what you leave now, I've got to ask the next person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I'm not saying
You can't say it now, innit? You just
have to give it to you. I'll give it to you, and then.
Okay. So I'm not gonna know.
No,
I'm gonna question.
But whoever's watching this won't know. The next guest get the question and answer on his or her day.
Okay, I've got you. All right, cool.
Nice
position. All right, well, that's the OHB podcast. Over and out.
Yeah.
Let's go.